In this video, I'm going to show you how you can take your mobile filmmaking to the next level and give your footage that cinematic Hollywood look using just a couple of simple accessories. All of the footage that you can see here has been shot using a phone, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it was done. It's coming up. Hey everyone, Steve here from Learn Online Video, and today I'm in the southwest of England where I'm going to be showing you how to capture super smooth Hollywood style footage using your phone. I'm going to be replicating camera moves that are often seen in big Hollywood films without the big Hollywood budget. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to edit all of these shots together into a short cinematic sequence using music, color grading and sound effects to see what results we get. Now, you're only going to need a few things to pull this off. Number one, a phone, obviously. Number two, a 3-axis smartphone gimbal. You can pick these up relatively cheap online. I will link some below. And number three, a light stand. So we're going to take our light stand it on the ground. We're going to attach our smartphone gimbal like this. We're then going to take our phone and attach it to the gimbal like this. And that is it. Balance your gimbal and you are good to go. Okay, let's start with a nice easy one, the jib shot. This move is a classic and appears in many Hollywood films. We're going to open up the camera app on our phone, select a video. I'm going to use the wide angle lens for this one, but use what you have. I'm going to tap and hold the screen to lock focus and exposure and hit record. Extend your light stand and lock it tight. Take your position and frame your shot. I'm going to slowly start to lift my camera up and keep my movement consistent. When the camera is as high as it will go, I'm then going to stand, again, keeping my movement consistent, and keep lifting as far as it will go. And this is the result. A smooth Hollywood-style jib shot that reveals this location, a perfect way to set the scene and a great opener for your films and videos. This would look great in a car commercial, which gives me an idea. Let's head over to this new location and wait for a car. Exactly the same again. I'm going to lift my camera up as high as it will go from behind this grass. Only this time we've added this car, and it's shots like this that can add serious production value to your footage. Now let's see how far we can push this. This time I'm going to push forward just as this car passes and then lift my camera up as high as it will go. Now let's add some music, color grading and sound effects to see what results we get. Okay, so what else do you need to know about these types of shots? Well, foreground is your friend. Take this shot here, for example. I'm going to use this tree as foreground to help create a greater sense of movement. By having something in the foreground, you're not only adding depth to your shot, but you're also emphasizing that movement. Now let's compare this shot to one with less foreground, like this one here, for example. The shot still looks great, but the movement is more subtle, less dramatic compared to the shot with the tree in the foreground. Bonus tip, elevate and invert. But what do I mean by this? Well, find yourself an elevated position, like this bridge, for example, and I'm now going to hang my camera off this bridge with my gimbal in inverted mode, nice and close to the water. Same as always, slowly start to lift your camera up as high as it will go. By doing this, you've now doubled the distance that your camera can travel compared to if this movement had started at ground level. This mega jib maneuver is the ultimate hack for adding much more movement to your shots, and it creates what looks like a drone shot. Here's another example. I'm going to lean off this grass bank, camera nice and close to the water, and lift my camera up as high as it will go to reveal this bridge. And again, we've created this really smooth camera movement rising up, very similar to a drone shot. And speaking of drones, let's see if we can replicate more drone-like movements. I'm going to extend my light stand as high as it will go and walk forwards with my phone in an elevated position whilst walking between these two trees, keeping my camera moving smoothly and consistently. And when a camera moves smoothly and consistently from an elevated position, you get what looks like a drone shot. Another staple of Hollywood feature films, and this is a great way to replicate that look if you don't have or can't fly a drone. Now let's see one more example in a forest again, just walking forwards with my camera in an elevated position. Now let's add some cinematic music, color grading and sound effects. Now, if drone shots are your thing, then you'll definitely appreciate this next one. I'm going to open up my camera app and this time select time lapse. Again, I'm going to use my wide angle lens for this. Tap and hold my screen to lock focus and exposure and hit record. This technique is exactly the same as the fake drone. Walk at a nice consistent pace with your camera in an elevated position. Only this time, we're going to walk for at least 60 seconds. And this is the result. A fake drone hyperlapse, another great shot to add to your films or videos. The fly-through. Okay, since we've got our phone at the end of a light stand, we may as well take advantage of this and get shots that we wouldn't usually be able to get. Take this shot here, for example. I'm going to push my camera through a gap in these branches to reveal this stream. And the result, a super smooth push forward shot, which will leave your audience questioning how on earth you pulled this one off. Also, pro tip here, okay guys, get multiple shots at the same location. It really doesn't take that much longer and you never know what shots you'll need in the edit. Here's another example. I'm going to push my camera through the gap in this gate. The tighter the gap, the better with these shots. I'm going to keep pushing forward as far as it will go. These shots mimic an FPV drone flying through a small gap and can really help grab your audience's attention. Experiment and try different variations of these shots. Try some pulling back, like this shot here through the gap in the tree. Try some pulling back through a gap and then lifting your camera up as high as it will go. The key to all of these shots is experimentation and creativity. Now let's edit all of these shots together into a cinematic sequence using music, color grading, and sound effects. Now, once you've mastered these shots and start adding them to your films and videos, you can seriously increase the production value. If you found this video useful, do let me know by giving it the old thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this, learn more about video production, you can do that by watching one of my other tutorials just over there. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.